Scorpio, how you doing, guys? Welcome to your reading. So this is part of Mercury retrograde reading for you guys as well, which is October the 31st, and it stems right through till November 20th. So this is going to be also part of your November reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure that you check out your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for other messages if this one doesn't relate with you, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, please show me the most important messages for Scorpio stemming through this period of October 31st till November 20th. Please, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Wow, so making a very important decision. You've got the King of Blades, the King of Blades, King of Swords, so being very educated, looking at different aspects of life, realizing that a lot of stuff of labels of society has to be cut out. So it might be moves and important business things that are kind of being analysed and looked at within this time, where you've now believe in certain structures. Some of you could be going to court for certain matters, or it might be a court hearing. But you're hearing things, but you're hearing a lot of things, obviously, to do with spiritual, but this would be to do with how to run a business more efficiently speaking, efficiently talking, and making things official. Also with a person, if you've just met a new person or with a person, you might be finalising a deal, but finalising an appearance of where it's now becoming official. It's public service, someone that owns their own business, but going public. It's just gone public, it's gone out, and you are now formed a very strong bond of an attachment to someone through now being labelled. So some people might be labelling you, but I don't think the King of Swords would really care, to be honest, what other people think. That's what I'm saying. You've took on the structure and a belief now where it could be to do with also things of business structure, business life, and also relationship factors of where I think this is also an idea of how to run things more efficiently, to be honest, but that's in general of everything. Is how to run your business with your business and the person's business that you're with and your partner, how to do things apart, but also how to bring it together financially when you start to run your own business. So you might be looking into a venture of running a different, also another business. This card came out in the pre-shuffle. So you've got the Two of Blades. You've got decisions to make between work, relationships, family dynamics. Also, this person's being stabbed in the back by the back. Something to do with the back also, or their back, or it's like their back, here's Johnny, it's like, oh, it's back again. But it might not be for a lot of you, but this is where you're turning your back on people that stab you in the back. It's like people that just stab me in the back, people that ain't got my highest good. Some people are afraid of making a decision over something. Oh, it's a 10, sorry, I thought it was a 2. This is the 10 of Blades. This is where things are over. So there might be energy shifts now where you are looking into a new venture to make more profitable gain, a profitable gain now, where the energy is now free and open for you to do that, because you've moved away from people that stab you in the back and the people that cut you and the people that claw it and nip at your heels. People of that kind of nature, you're not interested in that, and you are moved away. I think that you've experienced many things in your field now, Scorpio, where the structure of your now being is now being like, here I am, I'm Scorpio, you know, you do not like mess with me. I do not deal with people that stab me in the back. I do not deal with any kind of nature of that now. That's the old belief. It's a belief I'm picking up, a belief of a structure of where I'm going to do things more independently my way now. I'm being fed up with being messed around, whatever nature that is, Scorpio. But I feel like whatever you've gone through the ringer with it, and you're just about done with that. Now, if that is a business or if that's just a way of a belief, you're taking on a structure now where you're taking back things. You're taking your own things back. It's a bit like claiming something. It's a bit like wherever there's a claim, there's a blame. So some of you might be claiming something that was took from you, that you were blamed for. Or it's a bit like a for and against, really. Foreign against. Something might have happened foreignly, or I'm picking up the word foreign languages. Also, looking into a foreign language or into a foreign far afield, like far. Look, thank you, Spirit. Looking more far afield, more outreach. Now you might be reaching out further now. Outreach. Some of you are outreach workers. Now that could be. Obviously to do with care and where you're running your own business, but outreach, meaning that you could work with children also, for a lot of you, that you work for children to do with outreach. And this is a part of like awareness, self-awareness, making people aware of things, being aware of things yourself, but also guiding and teaching others about running businesses to how to incorporate things and merge things together to be more self-aware around energy that could be happening around you, but that kind of like seems to be dissipating, Scorpio. Because the King of Swords would, you know, if you're like a cross-watcher of Scorpio and you're wanting to come back, I don't know. I really don't know. Because the King of Blades, you're not going to change the King of Blades' mind, put it that way. King of Swords, their belief is their belief, and that's their belief. They believe in that, and that's what they believe in. There's a belief here. But that, if your partner is a King of Blades and you're with the King of Blades, that's a very good partner to be with. Because they would be very focused on how to bring the relationship together and how to work also together and build things and create things. And, you know, I think that you, all them Scorpio, are gone through like dynamic changes, all to do with your soul groups and appearance of pride and things, where it's like people might have been nipping at your heels or clawing at your back, and you're like, stop clawing at my back, I don't need, you know. Let's see, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, please. Through November. For Scorpio, most important messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. What messages have you got? Continue on this story, please, for Scorpio through retrograde, through November. Okay, so you've got fast and furious. Things are coming in fast and furious. Three of Blades. Oh my God, you've got some swords coming up. Swords. So it's kind of a 4. It's kind of like healing from something. A lot of you, something that was taken or something that ended. You're now going over things with a fine-tooth comb. I think that a lot of you might be going through reflection of nostalgia. But this can also be family dynamics where you are now moving on and moving forward, and you're taking your own belief, and that some people don't catch up in life and they don't catch up with their belief. This can also have a lot to do with parents and stuff, you know, where they are so structured in a certain way that they believe in the old way. You know, this is the rabbit hole of ascension, but this is also a part of age and stuff and just people. But they believe in a certain way and they stick that way, and they're very structured and dependent on where they just do things. Each day they get up and they do that, they do that, and they do this, and they do this, and then you'll notice the next day they do exactly the same. It's this, it's this. So if this is just you at work, that's good. But if this is someone that causes dilemma and a dilemma in your life, it just seems to be happening and happening and happening and happening, where it's kind of like you're not changing. It's like, I'll come up with this in another reading. Everything changes but you. Everything changes but you. You're 1,000 miles apart, but you know I love you, girl. Right? Oh, that's a weird song, Steve. But yeah, it crops up. Everything changes but you. The world changes, you know. So if people just believe in the same structure every day, you're never going to get anywhere in life. 0808 on the clock. It might mean that you might need to put some more work in. 8 and 8 means that you could be a late. No, they could be or something. I'm not going to go over that one because it's like a bit. But look into 08 and 08 what that means. But there is a belief system where some people don't change. You know, in order to be a motivator and a renovator, you need to realise that you need to change with the times. Time works for you more quickly when you realise that time works for you and you're more in your favour and you're in alignment with your assignment and what you do. Okay, other people, they don't. They're structured in a certain belief where they just do the same thing over and over again. Okay, so there might be some dynamics between family and work, maybe, of what you want to do or what your person wants to do, but making time. You might have people that come into you like fast and furious, or ideas that might come into you like very quickly like that, and that might be trying to gather your thoughts of how to approach something more efficiently now. Your energy could be drained in certain ways to do with like you feel like a change and you feel like doing something different, but the energies not yet give you clarity of what that might be, and there might be some frustration around that, because you feel like that you want to do something different, but there might be some approach of like fearing to let go of one in order to approach another idea to do with work. You know, where it's like you love your work and you love what you do and you love what you are, but there are also probably other ventures and things that you want to do in life, but it feels like you're entrapped in certain things that you're doing, and there's some kind of fear around, well, I have something set up and it is financially secure and it is working, but it might not be working as much as I want it to, or I'm kind of falling in and out of love of it, or like I'm fearing to be able to let go of certain aspects of some energy or something in order to be able to fully do what it is that I really want to do, you know. There's that kind of energy around too. So you come up against the Three of Blades, but this would be so healing from something where someone's missing you or you're missing them. You know, 3 is the master teacher. You're learning something, but you're either teaching people or you're learning something, but that would also be do a lot to do with work and money and family and new soul groups and things. If this is past people, I really don't know how people, I mean that's my opinion, but how they stay on these kicks with like love relationships. If this is, I don't pick this up as a love relationship. I pick it more up to do with the work dynamic or of a want and what to know to need to do next. But you know, some people, they go on these love kicks for God knows how many years, and they go on and on and on and on, and you know, you're keeping the appearance of pride up by not letting it go, but that's not my opinion to make a statement. Someone might be making a statement, or you might be making a statement to someone, or this could be court for some of you that's going to court. But if you're not going through this dynamic, then you probably shouldn't be. This reading isn't going to be relating with you. If you are, then this is when you reach out for a personal reading, so I can concentrate on your energy and what things that you would like to ask. You can reach out below. If you are going through a dynamic, that's when you reach out, you know. If you're in a really good standing with something, love, then you know you're good in that aspect. If it's work, then that's work for you. You know, 9 to 5. But let's see. Scorpio. So there you go. There's the 3 of Coins. So it is a lot to do with about guiding people and trying to squeeze in the time, also for relationships. Squeeze in the time in order to guide people, and they're going to show you, or you're showing them which way to go. It's like, which way is the water go? You know, which way do I go? Which way do I go? These people are going to guide you through something tight. What? So it might be like just looking and paying close attention to your money at the moment, of how to squeeze in a few extra coins here and there. But it might be where there is a dynamic that it might not be bringing in as much as it was or something, and you don't know what to do about your next approach. But this would also be squeezing in time to do with study and also family and things like that. If you are on some kind of third-party kick, then people are. But this is about squeezing in and merging things together. It's like a merge. It's like merging, like businesses together. Some of it is to do with like merging business together and how to be more creative and how to do something different also. Because it seems like a brighter day. The 3 of Coins. It's like coming from darkness shall come light. So you might like Black Sabbath, from darkness shall come light. Let's have a see, Scorpio. Any more messages? Continue on the story, please. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you. So there you go. The Page of Cups. This is, I haven't seen this card yet. Page of Cups. It's, some of you it is to do with like child's or parents or mothers. Some mothers do have them. But Page of Cups, it's just trying to feel creative again is what I'm hearing. It's like, where's my passion? What I'm passionate about is like, I love being creative and I love like to design things. The designer. Might be looking into web design also, designing something, creating something more fulfilling in life. Well, there you go, 4 of Wands. So it is a lot to do with like family. So this could also be your love dynamic that's coming up. These can be individual stories. I will only ever know that really when I start to clarify things. But the Four of Wands is obviously to do with like nostalgia of family and things. The twin flame relationship. Or soulmate, you know, whatever people want to go down. But there's a road that you're going down. There's something that you're going down. You're slipping through a portal and you are going down the route. Some people are going down, some people are going up, but some people are, once they were up, and then they were down. And once they were only halfway up, they were either up nor down. So it might be a bit of fluctuation in money that might be up and then it's down, and then it's up and it's down, but it's merging something together and analysing the situations of why it might not be working like it used to, or it is working. And this is about merging time together also for the partnership relationship that you're in. If it's a good standing relationship, then this is more to do with work. If it's not really to do with a relationship, then this is the relationship factor that's coming up that makes you very happy and joyful, and this is where it's starting to come. So it can be different aspects that might be separated through this energy. This would also be to do with, there might be a lot of fear or something of how to merge together to move in or move out from certain situations in life, whether that's move out from home, move away from people, friends, family, or how to be with the person that you want to be with, and how you're going to divide your time to merge together more successfully, to do a business together, or just to not work so much and also leave time for the relationship factor that's the Four of Wands. But it's also creating something. It's being in alignment with what it is that you love. So you love it, you're probably doing it, but there might be a period of time of stagnation, okay, that might be making you... I need to know what this Three of Swords is, because they're still part of learning something. It could be nostalgia of missing somebody, It's still part of like a Five of Cups energy. It misses somebody, and it's like a reflection period of wondering about something, of like, I don't really want to work, I just want to be with the person. But this can be them as well as you. But Four is, once you've learned and studied it, and you've taught it, and you've gone over it and analysed it, okay, and then the student becomes a pupil, what you do is you move on to Four, which is parts of the Magician, where you learn then on how to maneuver things more well, which is like everything in life, how you become more efficient. Okay, so it's learning about efficiency, or a deficiency. I had that. I've got to look into that myself. A B12 deficiency or an iron deficiency. Could be an iron deficiency because I'm picking up a lot of swords. So I think I have that, guys. So I'm just letting you know part of my life, which is an iron deficiency because I don't eat red meat, and I'm not vegan, but I eat a lot of corn. But I've got to looking into my health to do with like an iron deficiency, but I've got to go and have blood tests for that to make sure. But I am picking that up as well for some people. So, you know, if you want to look into that, like a deficiency to do with like a raise in vibration and a depletion and the depletion, that's more than likely not spirit, guys. Trust me, I thought it was. but it could be an iron deficiency or some kind of deficiency that is a build-up of things that don't, when you eat, it doesn't digest in the proper manner the way it does, and it doesn't release it through the toxins, and you can have certain things that appear up on the skin. I've just got one little thing that's shown up on my head. But that is more to do with blood cells that are not pushing it out, and it coagulates together and it builds up a little bit of something. It does finally go, but if you are going to look into that, look into that. We'll draw one more card for you, Scorpio. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more card, please, for Scorpio. Thank you, Scorpio. So the moon, the moon, so who knows what the moon holds? The moon holds communication of a contract that might be given or taken for something. There's a contract that's phones for you. Phones are for you. So it might be a good communicator. It's obviously to do with communicating the moon, being where there's a new contract might be looked at or analysed of what contract it is that you want to take on next. Now that could literally be a phone. That could be the internet. So if you work on the internet, it might be to do with something to do with a business, to do with the internet of where it's more for you, because you're in alignment with it through the 4, which means that you're in alignment with some kind of business to do with contracts. So it might be taking on a new contract or a new study of belief of a lot to do with obviously family. The moon is the mother. The moon is parts of where we release things, we learn things, contracts, soul contracts, all that kind of thing. But we learn to become more independent and structured. So it might be something to do with a home is also I'm picking up, of wherever it is that you live. There might be some kind of dynamic around where your living area or your living space that might be coming up, that this energy here is playing at some kind of dynamic where you want the time to yourself, but there's some kind of energy of like it doesn't even have to be an annoying energy. It's only really the fact that this 3 of blades is there, but we need to really clarify to see what that is. But it seems to be coming better. The moon is obviously about contracts of work and contracts of soul group people that you're not yet discovered, that you've just met them if this is someone new or even someone old. It can be just be discovering the soul group path of their people and their friends, and this is where it forms a dynamic of where this could be them or you or someone that's involved with them that's coming out through this energy in its general, so it's difficult to actually gauge on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Patreon, guys, where you can join and have access to literally every reading I do is just on Patreon. You can find the link below. You just have 2 choices of tier 1 or tier 2, but it does explain everything below and also over on the website. Please make sure that if you want a personal reading that you reach out, the link is below. If you want to, please check out the discussion page for the recommended readers. I'm trying to get shout outs myself, so please make sure that you pay it forward. I'm trying to build my channel as much as I can. So if you want to go over to the recommended readers, the people at the moment still are the 2 people that I listed through October, because it's still October for me, which is Organic Gemini Tarot and also Nadia Shah, which is an astrologer. I think it's great, an astrologer. And you can find the links to their channel literally on the discussion page, and if you want to leave your own, I will dig through them eventually and then shout one out each week or month or whenever I do other videos when we come out of October. I think that's just about it. Thanks very much, Scorpio. That's your reading. We're going to clarify more cards here, clarify everything with this deck, which is the Moment After Tarot, just give me a little bit more depth of field of what this really is about for you, that's going to be coming up through these reflective periods. Thanks very much, Scorpio. That's it, guys. Thanks for your loving support, and I'll catch you over hopefully on the other side. All right, Scorpio, peace.